What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Youngster Jake, aka Pro Team Victory Master himself, and we're back like it's Whitney in their milk tank. You already know you need to get this badge in order to progress to the next area in the game, which is Victory Road. You know how it is. We're back with some Pokemon Presents, and today Pokemon Presents is, they're presenting a Pokemon Presents. Isn't that ironic? A couple days ago, we got an announcement on Twitter, which is weird how all announcements are happening on Twitter now. Daddy Elon, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call the site at this point in time. We got an announcement on there for Pokemon Presents, which expected. It happened last year. It happened the year before. We already know how this game works at this point in time. However, it got announced in a weird way. And we're going to go over that in this portion of the video. If you want to actually add to Pokemon Presents, that's going to be at the end of the video. But I did try to record a video for a couple days ago that I like to think I did a lot of research on, which was speculation on what the Pokemon Presents could be getting into. Well, essentially this morning Pokemon, or yesterday, I think it was yesterday or this morning, whichever day it was, at some point in time, well, the Japanese Pokemon site posted little screenshots showcasing what's going to be happening in Pokemon Switch Online this month. And, well, in the top right corner right there, you'll see there's a Mewtwo Tera Raid, and I believe a hacker earlier, I don't even know, I just know it's somewhere along the lines of this month, the last month, a hacker actually found that if you bring in a Mew into a raid, it does some like weird thing, and then if you bring Mewtwo into a raid, some weird shit happens. I don't exactly know what happens, to be honest. I didn't really watch the video. I seen it, I looked at it a little bit, it looked cool. I added to the bookmarks page, add to the video later, and well, here we're talking about it now. With that being said, however, there's a few things I personally would really like to see happen in the Pokemon Presents today. We already kind of knowing it's going to be featured around Mewtwo and maybe Detective Pikachu because of how the Pokemon Presents looks, that the announcement they made. It has Detective Pikachu vibes behind it, and what I mean by that is actually just the art style. It's interesting to look at how a couple days ago, I was sitting here thinking that we're going to get a glimpse of the Teal mask because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I thought honestly we're going to get a glimpse of the Teal mask because earlier this week, the Pokemon UK account teased the Indigo and Teal Mask DLC Part 2. Okay, we don't even have Part 1, but why are you teasing Part 2? You know what I mean? Like, so maybe today, because it is 35 minutes of gameplay, we're gonna get some, I don't know, Part 2 gameplay, something to do with Part 2 as well. I don't know, it's out there, right? And you're maybe wondering, why am I so bored with how I'm talking about this right now? It's because honestly, I'm not even bored. I just don't really know what this DLC is. I haven't even played, I haven't completed Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because the challenge I've been trying to do for a video is taking an incredible amount of time. And, well, quite frankly, I am at the edge where I want to quit. Hey, we're going to try and play the game this way, even if that means that I beat the game in 2 years from now, and by that time everybody will have forgotten about me. With that being said, however, Detective Pikachu has not been forgotten. And that's one of the things that I really feel like we're going to see today is Detective Pikachu gameplay and maybe a part 2 to the Detective Pikachu movie, because that movie did really well. We've been seeing a lot of trouble with Ryan Reynolds. Maybe that's because of me. I live in Canada. You see a lot of Ryan Reynolds around here. We're definitely going to see either the movie or something to do with Detective Pikachu. There's no way that you make the announcement that you released on Twitter, animatronic and like a neon-ish sign-ish type, that you're just gonna leave with Detective Pikachu. It doesn't really make any sense. And because we also got some gameplay last month with the announcements Pokemon made for Detective Pikachu Returns, it's highly unlikely we won't see anything today. I highly doubt we're gonna see a new Pokemon game today, but if we do, I will eat my left sock, okay? Because I don't think that's gonna happen, but hey, again, as a Pokemon fan, I always like seeing new Pokemon games, so hey, if it happens, it happens. However, what is more likely we'll see today as well, because a lot of people pointed out in the announcement they made on Twitter, it focuses on the letter M, which stands for Mewtwo. The Riddler also talked about Mewtwo. Well, Pokemon Unite a couple days ago also released Mewtwo on their servers, their platform, a game I've never played yet. I've heard it's good, but I don't really know what I'll say about that. There's also Mewtwo, I believe, happening in Pokemon Go, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Alright, well, now let's jump into the actual news portion. This is all speculation on this side of the video. Let's go to the actual thing here. I'm very curious to see how my predictions are going to be, if they match up with things that got announced today, and if they're completely far-fetched and you need to go to sleep, Jake, because you've clearly been spending too much time in Pokemon Sleep World.
The name's Pikachu, and I'm what
See?
you might call
I knew it to get some Detective Pikachu.
detective. I live and work here in Rhyme City, where humans and Pokemon live side by side. Everyone loves it here, and not just because the coffee's outstanding.
I'm actually really impressed with how the graphics look for this game, to be honest. Like, they did a really good job of polishing up Detective Pikachu. I forgot which studio is part of the team for this game, but they do a really good job with the modeling. They should, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet can take a lesson or two from these guys.
First, here's Tim. He's my partner at the moment. For some reason, Tim can understand what I'm saying.
This game always makes me smile and laugh for some reason. I don't know why. It's just such a happy tone to it. I think it's because Pikachu's always hyped up on caffeine.
Now, let me give you the gist of what me and Tim do. Whenever an incident occurs, Tim talks to the people. I talk to the Pokemon. And we
yeah, this game looks so polished. You see that painting over there?
When investigating a scene, we're total pros at finding everything. But even pros gotta take it easy every so often.
Look at that painting, man.
Oh, right. Sometimes other Pokemon help us with our investigations. Take Rowlet, for instance.
See what I mean? Like, it's just a happy feeling with Detective Pikachu. And actually, like... Oh, and there's Galarian Pokemon in here, too. Okay, so we're seeing a lot more Detective Pikachu info. I'm really happy with this, actually. Like, I actually was looking forward to this game. I don't know what you all... But I don't know why I'm coming off because I'm from Texas here, but I don't know if you all were looking forward to this game or not, but I generally was, and I'm happy to see that it's something that they still bring back to the series. This, I feel like, is the modern day mystery dungeon games, because if I'm not mistaken, the Pikachu in this game does talk to you, and well, you're playing alongside a human, so it's like the very first game where humans get to see what the Pokemon world's like, and Pokemon get to see what the human world is like. So I honestly really like it. Yes, Friday, October 6, 2023. You already know we're going to be playing this game when it comes out.
Detective Pikachu Returns for Nintendo Switch systems is now available for pre-order.
Alright, so we can pre-order the game. That's as expected. I know how the game works. What is this? Either a new Pokemon game, or it's gonna be... I don't know what this could be. A Pokemon shoe? Because I know they had a collab with Fijiji a while ago. But then again, their t-shirts did fail, and they actually are closing down and making those $100 Pokemon t-shirts now. No, it's still Pokemon Go to do, okay.
Pokemon first discovered in the Paldea region will be appearing in Pokemon Go.
Oh, okay, that's nice, that's nice.
From every region, from Kanto to Paldea. Pokemon Go Fest, the 2023 Pokemon
See, they had to blur with their screen because they can't really show the top secret information that they have going on there, eh? Yeah, we see you, Pokemon, we see you. I like that saying with the entire world that just stays. We talk about Pokemon Unite as well. Are they going to be showcasing Mewtwo here? If they are, well, like, I think it's just drop Mike at that point in time, man. Like, come on, let's see, come on. Bring on the Mewtwo.
The legendary Pokemon Mewtwo joins the fray.
I told you all. It's Mewtwo, why? Like, come on, like, I should just buy a lottery ticket this point in time, and if I win anything on it, I share it all with you, you know, like, come on. And I bet you that, well, the finale of all this, we're gonna be seeing Mewtwo in the Tera Raids, which is, it's understandable. It's understandable. You can't really expect them to go above and beyond. Like, I'm still really happy, actually, and really content and blessed that we had some more Detective Pikachu news. I personally really like that game. I'm definitely going to be buying it when it comes out. This is something I did not foresee. However, there were some articles I read online of them talking about bringing this onto the Switch, and this is possibly some information we would see. So that one I can't see. I seen coming, but I should have probably talked about it. Instead, I was like, nah, I can't really see them talk about this game too much. This is a game that kind of got lost in the Western culture. It was played a lot in Japan, but for some reason over here, it wasn't really something people played. That is something I did not see coming. Okay. I can play Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 now. Games I've never actually played, to be honest. This is one game I've never played. Which is funny because a while ago I was gonna make a video on how like technically a lot of games are disappearing from the SNES and older generation systems. But here it's proven that, well, actually they're bringing back a lot of these games, and I'm hoping we're gonna see that with the Virtual Console. I don't know if you can see all that back there, but right there you can see Pokemon Emerald being played, and that's something we'll be talking about later on. That's a video we're gonna be diving in. When, I don't know, but this is something I'm going to be doing for sure in the next couple of days here, is Pokemon Sleep. I do have the Gold Plus over there, so let's see what else, let's see what information we're going to be having here, eh? Because this is something actually, too, I've seen going on Twitter, somebody's talking about potentially having this Pokemon Sleep information being brought, because technically the game is released now. Let's see what this really is. So we're gonna get Mewtwo and Mew and Tera Raids now. I feel like the budget costs more than what it costs to input Mewtwo and Mew in the game. Just saying. Unless they've got some like really high AI tech that's like advancing and making these videos. Nah, man, like this is nice. It gets the suspense going, but all Mew. I feel kind of bad for Mew. His older brother's always bullying him. Come on, bud. Get up. Mew is like a moth. Like, yeah, okay, a Tera Raid.
Each Mew's Terra type, nature, and moves will differ.
Oh, it's not even. Is it a Tera Raid or like?
In the Paldea region, legendary Pokemon Mewtwo will be appearing in a special Tera Raid Battle.
Yeah. See, this is too predictable. Pokemon.com/myveryownmew. Okay, there you hear it.
Finally.
Just kidding. I'm not that good, but like this is. Listen, be quiet. Okay. Got my attention. Feels like we're being summoned. It's kind of creepy vibes, like Clefairy, like. That's technically an alien. Part 1, the Teal mask. Okay. Are they gonna talk about part 2? It went from like a really eerie feeling to all of a sudden to like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I'm gonna be honest. And it's not because I haven't been keeping up with Scarlet Violet per se. And then I'm just getting back into like this, but it just goes from like feeling you're being summoned to like some mysterious place. There's a bunch of battle scenes. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I get you can battle in the game. What else are you gonna show me that I don't already know? Like this, you bring more of this. There we go. Okay. Did we learn more about his mask? That's what I would like to know. Like, what is this? What is this mask to do with anything? We see them fighting though. Okay. We see more of the terrain. This is looking exciting. See what I mean? I thought we'd learn a little bit more about his mask, but I guess he could take off his mask? What does that mean? Here's part 2 of it. Okay. Not gonna lie, part 2 looks more exciting than part 1. I don't know if that's meant to be like that, but this just looks better. Like, look at this. Like, what? This looks so much better than part 1. Minus that, I don't know how that would work. Wouldn't that mean that's not your Pokemon anymore then? If you were trying to fry up an Ultra Ball? Or a Quick Ball, I mean. That's a new Pokemon. Oh, okay. That is definitely a new Pokemon. Unless I'm just, like, again, if it's not, correct me please, because I haven't played, actually fully beat the games. I'm still working on a challenge here. Oh, what? What? Let's see what that's called. Let's see what that's called. Oh, let's do that afterwards. Let's do that afterwards. I told you all we would see some part 2. It didn't make sense that the official Pokemon UK Twitter account teased part 2 when we haven't even know about part. We don't know much about part 1. Okay. Do we get an announcement or a release date? Sorry.
New places.
I'm curious about
Part
what those
1,
rings
the
do, to be
Teal
honest. That reminds me of Mario Kart 8 more particular, where you've got the glider on, and that speeds you up. I'm guessing maybe something similar to that game mechanic.
Academy. You'll take part in this year's joint school trip.
Hi there, Miss Briar.
At the center of the land of Kitakami, a proud mountain stands
Can
tall.
I take a peek at you?
People live at the base of the mountain and grow apples in sprawling orchards. Rice paddies
Look at the
and
Fuchiana.
time passes slowly amid
So
an
this
abundance of
technically,
nature.
a while ago, some of the stuff we were seeing was part
In the
2.
land of Kitakami,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
meet a wide variety of
So they
Pokemon
already were
species
showing
that
us
can't
part
be
2.
found in Paldea. In battle,
It's funny because I knew
Kieran
Kieran
uses a
growing
new
up when he was
evolution
gentle
apple.
too. It's a very
Meet Dipplin, a Pokemon
calm
that looks
personality.
a lot like a candy apple. You'll set out on a tour of Kitakami.
I didn't even notice that was a new Pokemon. I thought that was Appleton. That it showed you like they're always showing something here. We probably won't even notice.
This folktale tells of
Okay.
Pokemon who once saved Kitakami from an evil ogre. Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipity.
Monkey Dory.
These Pokemon are known
Pheasantipity.
as the loyal three.
I
Hope
know
you'll
there's
all
a
dive
lot
in
of
and
hate
find
with
out
like
for
the
yourselves.
graphics and the glitches in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but by all means, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is slowly becoming the
traveling
top-selling
photographer is
Pokemon game
also
of all
visiting the
time.
village.
And this just
Meet
proves it
Karen.
even more right here
It
that it
seems
will
she's
continue
here in
being
search
so,
of a certain
because this
Pokemon.
game is
Take
truly
pictures of
becoming
Pokemon
a
alongside Karen
JRPG,
and
which
help her
Pokemon
with her
technically
mission.
is. It's just back then on the older consoles, it was really hard to present
Ogre
an actual
Elston
JRPG.
minigame, you can
A
pop
really
over
good
the woods
example
and
of
try
what
for a
I
high
feel like
score.
Pokemon's going to become is a game I
As a
played a couple
reward,
years
you'll
ago,
get
Ni no
mochi, which
Kuni.
can help your
Is there's a
Pokemon
lot
grow
of like
strong.
history based on like
You can use
the cultures
mochi
in
to
the
increase base
game, and
points for your
you don't really get a
Pokemon's
chance to
stats.
like explain
fresh
those
start
things in
mochi
a
can
normal
even
sense when you're trying to
reset
also
Pokemon's base
explain the
points,
game's
so you can
storyline
train your favorite
first.
Pokemon just
These are
the
things
way
that
you
like
want.
have to happen like throughout like
And
later
that's
on in the
not
game.
all.
Like
You'll be
I don't
getting
know,
the
it's
new
just
Roto
I
Seed
get where
too.
they're going with these
Take
games
photos
nowadays,
with
and
wire angles
that's
using the
honestly why I
Roto
came
Seed.
back. Like
Try out new
I
poses
played
and see
Sword
where
and Shield,
snapshots more
loved it,
variety.
got busy with work,
Enjoy
but
your school trip
technically
amid
Sword and Shield are the
beautiful
games that got
land
me
of
back into
Kitakami.
Pokemon. Like it's a different feel these days, and I know it's
Part
becoming to
2,
feel
the
like
Indigo
such a
disc.
different game than they were back then, like
Director
let's say
Cyrano
like
of
Gen 4
Blueberry
era.
Academy,
But
your academy's
personally,
sister
I'm
school,
liking
will
the
invite
direction
you
it's
to
going.
visit as an
It's
experience
funny
of
they
student life
show
that's a
Golok.
bit
I learned
different
something
from
new,
what you're
an
used
interesting
to.
about Golok the other day. What happens when his seal comes off?
His partner, Archaludon, is a new Pokemon that evolves from Duraludon. These fierce trainers
Yeah,
are
that's
all
what I was
waiting to be
thinking.
challenged. To battle them, you'll first need to take on their elite trials.
I knew it. I'm not that. I'm not like Patrick Star. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. I may not play these games as much right now because the challenge I do for myself is just I don't even know what's possible, but.
One of the extracurricular activities at Blueberry Academy is the League Club.
From Bay words there, Missy. Just kidding.
It even has its own club room, which you can redecorate as you please. In this room, you can find new ways to have fun, such as by changing up your Pokeball throwing style. At one point during your studies here, you'll be able to invite trainers from Paldea to be your special instructors. You can spend time with these trainers to get to know them better and battle them too. Finally,
Okay.
your adventure will lead you back to Paldea. What could the hidden treasure of Area Zero possibly be?
So what you're saying is it leads you back to Paldea. So those DLCs are not part of Paldea?
We hope you look forward to adventuring beyond Paldea's
Hell
borders.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is my wallet's like me looking forward to all this. I like how they don't really talk about like how you literally
did you
just
think?
showed Raikou there. Or like
Now have the
Raikou's
release
paradox
date for
form.
Part 1, the Teal Mask.
Wednesday,
Please watch
September
for
13.
future
Okay,
announcements
okay.
for more
That was a lot to take in. I think we need to sit down and talk about this.